New this morning, we are heading back to school with new start times. It's all because of a bill state lawmakers passed in 2019. Middle schools can't start any earlier than 8 o'clock and high schools can't begin before 8:30. It is designed to help teenagers get that much needed sleep. Nowadays, they're staying up a lot later with extracurriculars, homework, and other activities. Well, it's happening right now in Roseville where high schoolers are heading back to class. That's where we find ABC 10's Devin Truby with how this change is working out. Devin?
Well, Conchetta, let's take a look. We're already seeing several high schoolers on campus, and with the new bell schedule, school doesn't start for another 2 hours. And one of the main issues with this schedule is transportation, whether that's for parents or bus drivers, trying to figure out how to get kids to school at the same time in now multiple places. So while older kids are starting later and getting to sleep in, elementary kids now have to go to school around 7:45. Roseville Joint Union High School District and the Roseville City School District had a cooperative agreement. Shared transportation department and buses save the cost on buses, maintenance, drivers.
So they would do their rounds first thing in the morning with the high school districts, and then they would go do a set of rounds for the elementary school district, and that worked very well. Now, as you know, that choice has been taken away.
School buses can't be in multiple places at one time, and neither can parents, like mother of 5, Alicia Wright, who drops off children at 3 different schools.
My high schooler will not get to sleep in because I drive them all to school. So like she's going to have to get up with her siblings.
For Mindy White, her Sargent Elementary School student will now get to school around 7:45. Last year, it was 8:50. And for her Oakmont High School student, she wonders if they'll be pulled out of school earlier to be bused to sports, missing more school.
Not done till 5 or 4:45. Well, if it's a whole another hour and 15 minutes added on to school, then they're not going to be done till like 6. And then it's dinner time and then homework, and it's before you know it, it's time to try to go to bed again.
High school students at Granite Bay have mixed opinions. Teresa Tran and Maggie Linhurst are IB students. They take additional courses which require 0-period classes before school. Then they go to extracurriculars.
I get home at around 7. Like, I don't want to get home at around 8 where my brain completely shuts off at that time.
Because then if I fall asleep at 11, then I would get probably more like 8 hours of sleep, which is really for me like what my body needs, and that would be very nice to have every night.
Bell schedules aren't set in stone, and we have heard from a few students that they've also been told there could be changes at semester. Conchetta?
Right, Devin, there are a lot of pros and cons to this and points that still need to be figured out. What are some of those things?
Well, what we heard from the district is they're looking at if there needs to be an additional nutrition break because lunch is going to be pushed so much later. And then also, where is this going to create the need in terms of before school or after school care, with parents also trying to go to work and adapting to this new schedule? The district says they want feedback from parents. They need to know what's working and what's not. Conchetta?
All right, Devin, thank you. Well, California is the first state to push the start time of schools.